Imagine surviving 17 full-scale medieval battles, then being marched to the gallows 3 separate times, and walking away every single time. This isn't Hollywood fiction. This is the true story of William Marshal, the greatest knight who ever lived. The year is 1166. England is a chaotic mess, torn apart by the feud between King Henry II and his own sons. Amidst the bloodshed and backstabbing, a landless fifth-born boy steps into the pages of history, armed with nothing but a borrowed sword and unbreakable nerve. His story starts at age 5. William is handed over as a political hostage. When his father double-crosses the king, the boy is led to the gallows for his first execution attempt, but the rope is never tightened. The royal chancellor, Thomas Becket, spares him, declaring the child a small spark that will light a great fire. He wasn't wrong. Fast forward to northern France, 1170. William is knighted on the battlefield at the age of 21 and immediately charges into the brutal suppression of the rebellion of 1173. This is his debut victory, and his battle count officially begins. 1. But it's in the tournament circuit where he becomes a legend. Forget jousting for a lady's favor. Medieval tournaments were like the UFC, but with 20-foot lances and teams of knights battling it out. William dominates, racking up prize money, armor, and horses, becoming the era's first true sports celebrity. His estimated record? 200 tournament wins with 0 losses. In 1180, his luck seems to run out. He's ambushed by Burgundian knights. His ransom is denied, and William is chained in a dungeon. The ultimatum is clear: convert to our side or hang at dawn. He refuses. This is his second trip to the gallows. But just as the sun rises, a freak storm causes the gallows to collapse, an event seen as a divine omen. His captors, stunned, set him free instead. By 1183, William takes the cross and heads for the Holy Land. He fights Seljuk cavalry at the siege of Kerak, rescues 700 Christian pilgrims from an ambush, and learns advanced battlefield medicine from his enemies in the east, knowledge that will save his own life more than once. When he returns to England, political chaos is brewing again. The scheming Prince John is plotting against the throne. William sides with the rightful heir, King Richard the Lionheart, earning John's eternal hatred. A brutal civil war erupts, and the body count climbs. In 1194, John surrounds Marshal's fortress at Kilkenny. With food running out, William takes a desperate gamble. He knights the castle blacksmith, and under the cover of darkness, launches a naval raid on his own moat. His men capture the supply boats meant for the besieging army. The siege is broken. Battle tally: 12. But his rivalry with John isn't over. He's captured again by John's mercenaries in Normandy. This time, a public hanging is staged. He's on the platform, moments from the drop, when a royal messenger gallops in with a pardon. Richard, now king, has bought his freedom. Third brush with death. Third unbelievable reprieve. As a reward for his unwavering loyalty, King Richard arranges for William to marry Isabel de Clare, the richest heiress in all of England. Overnight, the landless knight becomes the powerful Earl of Pembroke, owner of 200 manors and 10 castles, a truly staggering rise from nothing. Jump to 1215. The barons are in open revolt against the tyrannical King John. William, now in his 70s, steps in not as a warrior, but as a diplomat. He negotiates between the king and the rebels, ensuring the survival of a document you might have heard of, the Magna Carta. Without him, core principles like trial by jury and habeas corpus might have been lost to history. The climax of his life comes in 1217, at the Battle of Lincoln. A French prince occupies London, and England's last hope is a massively outnumbered royal army led by a 70-year-old knight. William, refusing to sit back, leads a cavalry charge that smashes through the city gates. In brutal street-to-street combat, his forces capture the French standard, turning the tide of the entire war. This is battle number 17, his final and perhaps greatest victory. William Marshal finally retires to his manor. He spends his last years training young squires and dictating his life story, the first ever biography of a knight in English history. He dies peacefully in 1219, a rare feat for a man of his profession in the Middle Ages. You can still see his tomb effigy in Temple Church, London, holding the sword he carried. So, how did he survive it all? 3 secrets. First, adaptive armor. He constantly upgraded, layering mail with early forms of plate. Second, battlefield medicine. The techniques he learned in the Holy Land kept him alive after grievous wounds. And third, political agility. He switched sides, but only when justice, not personal gain, demanded it. Let's bust a few myths. Was he 7 feet tall? False. Skeleton analysis shows he was about 5'10", average for the time. Did he never retreat? False. Tactical withdrawals saved his army and his life on at least 2 occasions. Was he a Knight Templar? False. He bankrolled them and was buried by them, but he never took their vows. His impact is still felt today. The rule of law clauses he championed in the Magna Carta echo in the U.S. Constitution, the UN Declaration of Human Rights, and the very jury trials we have today. Even Hollywood has taken notice. The character of Balian in Kingdom of Heaven is loosely based on him. If you want to see more real-life superheroes from history, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment below. Which medieval figure should we cover next? William Marshal. 17 battles, 3 executions, and 1 legacy that still protects your freedom today. This is Past Flash. History faster than a longbow arrow. See you in the next flash.